I'm Beverly Mahone, host of the Boomer Beat. Unless you've been hiding under a rock for the past month and a half, you've undoubtedly heard the name Trayvon Martin. He was the 17-year-old young black male who was gunned down while walking home from a convenience store in Sanford, Florida. The man identified as the shooter was self-proclaimed volunteer neighborhood watch captain George Zimmerman. When the news of this case came out, it was learned that 17-year-old Trayvon was unarmed. He was only carrying a bag of Skittles and an iced tea. This raised questions by people not only in the Sanford, Florida community, but it began to raise questions from people all across this nation. Recently, I had an opportunity to interview one of the Martin attorneys, Natalie Jackson, who had this to share about the details as they know it in the case. Hi, I'm Beverly Mahone, host of the Boomer Beat radio show. And today it gives me great pleasure to bring to you an interview with attorney Natalie Jackson. She is one of the lawyers representing the Trayvon Martin family. That he was packing a pistol as a neighborhood watch volunteer, that alone I would think would make the police say, okay, well, you know, you can't just have this weapon while you're out on patrol.
What we do know is that they did a background check on Trayvon, and they took George Zimmerman's word that he did not have a criminal background. It was our investigators that found out he did have a criminal arrest in 2005 for battery on a law enforcement officer and for resisting an officer with violence. When we asked the police why they didn't find that and why our investigators could find it, they said they never looked. They took his word for it.
They just took his word for it?
Yes.
Because he looked credible? Is that it?
Because they knew him. They told his dad, this is what they told Trayvon's father, and this is why they hired a lawyer. When Trayvon's father heard this, he inquired to the police, why isn't George Zimmerman arrested? The police told him, well, he's a good guy. You know, we know him. He's neighborhood watch. He was just doing his job. He has no criminal background, and he's a criminal justice major. That is the answer that they told him. And that's when the father asked them, did you check my son out? My son's he's a high school student going to college. He has no criminal background. Did you check him out? And that is what really started this whole thing.
These are the kinds of issues that can divide a nation by race. Yes, George Zimmerman, in my opinion, was racially profiling Trayvon Martin. But as Attorney Jackson said, now it's about what's right and what's wrong. So when you look at your own conscience, look in the mirror and ask yourself, if this had been your child, what would you do? What would you do? And how would you respond? White people, unfortunately, do not have to deal with the hoodie issue. White people, unfortunately, do not have to talk to their children about how to behave in front of the police. And these are issues that black parents, grandparents have to talk to their young black males about. So let us try to come together. And as Rodney King said, you know, back then, why can't we all just get along? The shooting of unarmed Trayvon has sparked rallies and protests around this nation, including right here in North Carolina. Recently, students of North Carolina Central University took to the streets from their campus and marched all the way to the Durham County Courthouse to raise the issue of what they say is injustice against Trayvon.
Our people, united, can never be defeated. United, can never be defeated. Our people, 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 united, can never be defeated.
defeated. Our people united will never be defeated. Our people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
So what do you think about the Trayvon Martin story?
I just think it's really sad. I think it's really sad that he was not locked up immediately. It obviously shows what happened was racism. What happened was just simply not right to any child, but it was racism and it was wrong, and he should be put away. He should be put away.
Other students at North Carolina Central University also have very strong reactions to the Trayvon Martin story.
My name is Joshua Spells. I'm a senior mass communications major here at North Carolina Central University. I am a part of organizations such as Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I also am attending Perfecting Praise Ministries.
Okay, what was your reaction when you heard about the Trayvon Martin story?
Well, I actually didn't necessarily hear about it right off the bat. I actually had to hear about it through word of mouth, and I'm not going to lie, it actually was very disturbing, just because to be a black male, and, you know, a lot of times we have this kind of more of an urban kind of appearance to us. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're bad people, but sometimes it gives off the wrong vibes, and to know that, you know, a hoodie is something that I wear, and to see a young brother being shot just because, you know, he had on a hoodie for no apparent reason, that was, you know, really disturbing, and it's more like a kind of a eye-opener for me.
Now that he's been arrested, George Zimmerman, what do you think should happen to him?
What do I believe should happen to him? Well, I mean, as long as justice is served, I mean, of course...
he could be found not guilty.
He really could, and that would really cause some kind of a uprising, in my opinion. But I think justice should be served in a manner like as if the shoe was on the other foot. If this was a black man who shot a white person who had a hoodie on, I'm pretty sure they might be doing 25 life. You never really know. I honestly believe, like, I wouldn't even say that justice has been served yet. It's a step in the right direction. However, I really feel like, you know, he might have to go away and do some time for a little while.
Now that we know that it's kind of tied to a hoodie, or that's what we are all led to believe, is this stopping you from wearing hoodies in the future? Or will you be mindful about wearing them? Or, you know, if you're walking down the street and there's a police officer, will you take it off so that you don't look suspicious?
I definitely will say that this right here is something that I really, not saying I'm going to stop actually wearing hoodies, but the way I wear them I might be more cautious this time, because, you know, who's to say what could happen the next time? It could possibly have been somebody else, somebody, you know, myself personally. I just feel like I really have to be cautious about, you know, the image that I portray when I step outside the house.
What was your initial reaction when you heard about the Trayvon Martin story?
My initial reaction was, first, my heart went out to his parents. I think it was just a tragedy that at one point George Zimmerman was not convicted. He was not held with any charges, and that part just seemed unjust. And my thoughts about it, I kind of agree with what First Lady Michelle Obama said. It's not just a black issue, sort of. It's a loss in general, and that's what people need to rally about and to focus their attention on, it being a loss. Someone's life was lost. So those are pretty much my thoughts.
So what is your reaction to the notion that it was the hoodie that may have made Trayvon look suspicious?
I think that's absolutely ridiculous. To me, that was just an excuse. I feel that Trayvon Martin was targeted just based off the evidence that's been provided from the news. It seems like he was just targeted because of his skin color, and that's wrong.
What was your reaction when you first heard about this? What did you think in your own mind as a young black male?
Racism. He did it out of pure racism. He didn't do it because he felt offended. He did it because he saw an opportunity to take out an enemy in his eyes.
Now that he has been arrested, what do you think should happen?
I think he should go to jail for the rest of his life, because one thing I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't believe any man or woman has the right to take anybody else's life. I believe God is the only person or thing or whatever it is you may want to call him that has that power. So he needs to be locked away for the rest of his life. I don't care if his father is a Supreme Court justice or his mother is a clerk. He did a crime and he has to pay for what he did.
Has the fact that so much has been raised about the hoodie being a stereotype against young black men stopped you from wearing a hoodie, or are you now wearing it because you want to make a statement?
Me personally, I just don't wear hoodies.
Okay.
But I more so like dressing up, so that's what I wear. But what you wear shouldn't determine what type of person you are. What you wear does not determine your character. What you wear does not determine what you do on a day-to-day basis. And honestly, that just goes back to me saying that was an excuse for him trying to conceal the fact that it was just out of pure racism he shot this poor child.
When you heard about the Trayvon Martin case, what was your initial reaction?
When I heard about the Trayvon Martin case, I was outraged. I couldn't believe that someone who called 911 a couple of times and stated that they felt threatened would actually go after a young black man, chase him down, and shoot him. I felt as though it pulled our community together as African Americans to really think and to look at the situation further, as far as that could have been my child, your child, my brother, my nephew. It could have been anybody, but to have the community pull together and to actually bind together and think about the situation and how it happened, and it brought so many of us together. I was outraged, but at the sense, I think it was an eye-opener that it was sad that a child had to die for people to come together to really realize and think about what's going on in the world today. And it was so sad that a mother would have to bury her child, and for justice to go unserved for such a long period of time. And I just couldn't imagine that being me, and I was just very outraged about the situation in general.
Recently, students of North Carolina Central University took to the streets from their campus and marched all the way to the Durham County Courthouse to raise the issue of what they say is injustice against Trayvon.
Police, no justice, no peace, no racist 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 police, no peace, no racist police, no justice, no peace, no racist police. Justice for Trayvon. Justice for everyone. 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 Police. No justice. No peace. No racist. 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 Police.
Now that George Zimmerman has been arrested, all eyes will be on Sanford, Florida, to see how this case now plays out. The fact of the matter is that Sanford police initially did not charge George Zimmerman with the crime. They let him go. There are still so many unanswered questions as to what happened that night, but we are sure to learn more details as this case continues to unfold. Now that we know that it's kind of tied to a hoodie, or that's what we are all led to believe, is this stopping you from wearing hoodies in the future? Or will you be mindful about wearing them? Or, if you're walking down the street and there's a police officer, will you take it off so that you don't look suspicious?
I definitely will say that this right here is something that I really, not saying I'm going to stop actually wearing hoodies, but the way I wear them, I might be more cautious this time, because who's to say what could happen the next time? It could possibly have been somebody else, myself personally. I just feel like I really have to be cautious about the image that I portray when I step outside the house or whatnot.
But Trayvon Martin, he was 17. He was dressing his age. It was age appropriate. So those are pretty much my thoughts on that.
What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Justice. Amen.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of The Boomer Beat. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. God bless.